All right, welcome into the latest edition of Extra Time. We are keeping it in-house tonight with Shaka and Stevie.
Aye.
They are more than capable of answering your questions, though.
We try.
I think.
Give it a go.
All right, Stevie and Shaka! Exclamation mark. Which attribute is better to have? Blessed with all the pace in the world, but having to work diligently on all aspects of your game to be the best you can be, or being a born natural to play the game, but having no pace whatsoever?
I'm going to go for the latter. I think you see far more footballers without pace but technical ability at the highest level. Now, pace is something clearly you can't coach, and it's always difficult to play against. But if they don't have any technical ability to go with that, then it doesn't work. I think the latter is better to me.
Agree?
Yeah, brains will not always outdo pace, but with brains, you can nullify pace. Whenever you're playing against somebody who's like super quick, then you just got to be smart. And generally guys with so much pace don't have great brains either. There's one in the Premier League right now that I won't name, but I think we know who I'm talking about.
I could hazard a guess.
And so you can deal with it.
Sounds bitter.
No, honestly, brains will outdo pace the majority of the time.
You know who comes to mind immediately for me? Paul McGrath as a centre-back.
Right.
No pace. And one of the best centre-backs to have ever played the game. And zero pace up against very quick players. I mean, that just kind of speaks to this. And there are a ton of examples that follow.
So, does the Arsenal board give Arteta £100 million for a striker, or after 5.5 years, is he a dead man walking and the board looks to put someone else in the technical area?
Give him the 100 mil.
All day.
Give him the 100 mil. He's completely transformed the team from when he took over. And the only piece that's missing, has been missing for a while, has been the centre-forward position. So, 100%. Give him the 100 million, get yourself a centre-forward, and if you fail after that, then you change the person in the dugout.
If you could get anybody, if you were Mikel Arteta, who would it be?
I like Osimhen. But
You got to stick with what's available, or what's possibly available.
And Osimhen is, but then the big stumbling block is reportedly his salary. But if we're just talking all things even, I think Osimhen is a good.
Surprised you didn't say Alexander Isak, the Newcastle
No,
man.
he's very happy where he is.
You can't get him.
He's very happy where he is. He's not leaving. I'm making sure.
Perfect would be Lewandowski. He would be absolutely perfect for Arsenal. But you're not getting him. The same way you're not getting Isak.
That's right, Stephen.
Ollie Watkins.
Even at Lewandowski's older age now? Couldn't be enticing him for a little shot in the Premier League?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Not right now.
For all, percentage chance Forest make top 5.
Oh.
We've got Leicester at the weekend.
Where are they now? I can't remember what the table looks like.
6th.
6th?
We talk about the top 5 literally every week.
I've been off though. I have not.
Doing
And
his
when I'm
power
off,
rankings.
I am not talking
might be
about
able
the
to
top
bring it
5
up
with
for
the
us.
misses.
They are sinking, and someone's fired a torpedo.
Oh, whoa, man.
We are actually going to bring it up for you guys. Just
Oh, yeah,
as a
yeah.
little
Oh, there,
reminder.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, nah. Top 5
Remember that Chelsea and Newcastle face off this weekend.
and Forest have Leicester.
Yes.
11%.
Very specific.
Pull that.
Go for 11.
33 and a third. Because it really is. 33 and a third with Chelsea, Newcastle, and Forest.
Okay.
Ah.
You've gone for the Don Hutchinson math there.
No, I got the percentages right. Don doesn't.
So if you're giving Nottingham Forest 33 and a third, are you giving Newcastle and Chelsea the same?
Yes.
So they all have an equal chance of finishing top 5,
Well, Forest are going to beat Leicester this weekend,
right?
right? That puts them on 64.
Right. You just described
Newcastle
Forest.
and Chelsea are going to be 64, or one of them is going to be 67, and the other one's going to be down in 60.
You just described Forest as a sinking submarine that's had somebody's fired a torpedo at it.
But then the facts of the weekend came to him and he's like, oh, hang on a minute.
All of a sudden, enter Leicester.
The plumber.
Leicester's the plumber.
Yeah. The plumber's on his way to block up the hole.
So where do the rest of the percentages lie with your specific
11%. 11%.
What's the next?
Nottingham Forest. Chelsea, I am going to go 39%. 50%. Newcastle. See how I did that? Quick math.
I saw what he did.
Mr. NASA, I should.
Quick math.
Shouldn't he?
He's a rocket scientist.
We all backed Newcastle to beat Chelsea. That factored into my...
Fair enough.
Stevie, Lamine, Ballon d'Or, why not?
Why not? Why not?
If PSG wins and Dembele scores a couple in the final, does he win it?
Yeah, does that then impact his chances now? Obviously, he set the world on fire, the football world at least, but obviously he's not going to be in the Champions League
Honestly,
final.
don't think. If you have a choice, play tomorrow, and you're picking either you have a choice of Dembele or Yamal, you are not picking Dembele. The majority are not picking Dembele. As good as he's been,
I agree with that.
as much as he could win
Yeah.
the Champions
It's
League.
all about who's had the better season. And if PSG go on and win it, and Dembele has a man-match performance in the final.
Yamal, a whole season, has been consistent. Dembele didn't have a particularly great start before Christmas.
Yeah. When's I see? This is things that confuse me. When's he voting? Kind of going back to the football writers thing. When do they vote? I'm asking you, Kay, because you're the knowledgeable one. Yeah,
Well,
you're
they
the
changed
knowledgeable
it,
one in this table.
They changed it, didn't they? They changed when the voting window.
That didn't answer the question at all, you know.
Changed it.
That didn't answer the question at all. Just
Change.
yeah. It used to be one day, but now they're doing it on a different day.
It was different
thank
back in
you.
my day.
Thank you very
yeah.
much.
What did they change?
They changed whether it was the calendar year to the season, didn't they, or vice versa?
So when did they vote?
I don't know. The Ballon d'Or.
You see, now that is
So you're in the same boat as us. You're in fault.
Yeah,
boat.
yeah.
It's got a torpedo head.
I should know that,
changed
shouldn't
it.
I?
It changed, but at least we
somebody-
know that.
No one
At least we know they changed it.
Somebody that actually presented the Ballon d'Or
Twice.
twice doesn't know the rules.
Didn't even know when to show up.
How's that possible?
She didn't even know when to show up.
Oh no, you did well to get there.
It was a long time ago. It was a long time ago.
boy.
All right. According to German media, Florian Wirtz has agreed to join Bayern Munich. Does an attack with Musiala, Wirtz, Elise and Kane up front even work? And is he worth the hefty price tag of 125 million?
Which is a good player.
125 million.
I was about to say, you're asking the wrong people here. Who's worth 125 million? Just for starters, right? That's just kind of where we are.
Listen, Declan Rice was 100 and what?
Yeah, it was 105.
Don't start asking me all the questions.
Yeah, so I must.
Declan Rice was like 105.
Yeah.
105.
Right.
If Declan Rice was 105, Florian Wirtz,
Florian Wirtz.
2 years later is 125. No question.
Yes.
All right. You happy with them all playing together up front?
Yeah,
I think so.
yeah, I am.
Well, hold on a minute. So you're actually only...
Yeah, I think that lot track back. They track back. I have no problem with that.
All right.
I think it works.
Shaka, for a final tomorrow, start, bench or drop these keepers. Donnarumma, Alisson, Courtois.
I start Courtois. I still think Courtois is the best goalkeeper in the world. I start Courtois. And while I was loving Donnarumma's performance, I still think Alisson is the more consistent, more reliable of the two goalkeepers. And again, I don't say that to take anything away from Donnarumma's performance against Arsenal, which was incredible. But if I had a choice, I'm going Alisson on the bench. But I'm starting Courtois. I think Courtois is still the best goalkeeper in the world.
Stevie, how big of a signing would De Bruyne be for Conte and Napoli?
Doesn't seem like a Conte type of player to me. And you've also got, how does that affect McTominay? McTominay's having a great season because he's got that license to go from the middle into the box. How does that change the way Napoli play if De Bruyne is now there? Listen, De Bruyne is a great player, but it doesn't seem to me to be like a Conte player. I mean, can you think of anybody the Conte's had at Chelsea or anywhere else that was that sort of player where they had a license to kind of roam and be more involved in what's going on going forward as opposed to having to get back and close people down?
Scott McTominay's a superstar there now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just it doesn't fit. De Bruyne and Conte doesn't sound like a partnership to me.
Okay. All right. Well, that will do it for the latest edition of Extra
That
Time.
was easy.
Was
Thank
a very
you so
somber
much for
ending.
joining us. We'll be back tomorrow to do it again.